Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you in lovely professional university Edu-Webinars. My name is Dalvinder Kaur and I'm your host for today's webinar. As I can see, people are still joining, so let's wait for a few more minutes that everyone can join. Till then, let me take you all on a virtual tour of our beautiful university. So here it is. Thanks everyone for calling. So let's talk about the poll response. Is this video real or AI? No, this video is absolutely real video. No AI is harmed in making this video. So for the people who wants to see this video again, I'll share the link in the chat box later in 2-3 minutes. So as I can see everyone has joined, so let's dive into today's topic, that is reimagining social sciences. New perspectives on society and governance. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day. Dr. Tabish Hashmi, Professor, Head of Department, History, Sociology, and Public Administration, lovely professional university. So now I'd like to introduce the admission nominee also in this webinar, Ms. Kiranjeet Kaur. She's the Deputy Officer, Division of Admission, lovely professional university. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any question. You can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed on my side at the end of this webinar. Now I'm going to hand over this session to our expert, Dr. Tabish Hashmi, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from him. And I'll be joining you all as an attendee, as it's always great to learn something. Over to you, Dr. Tabish Hashmi.
Thank you very much, Madam, and those who are present here. Dear audience, a very good morning to all of you. As you know that we are here assembling for a topic which is called reimagining social sciences. We are living in a different contemporary world, which is very much, different from previous world. And in this period, we have to reimagine everything. We have to reinvent, rediscover everything. And social sciences is also one of them. Now, one most important thing is that social sciences is having a wise, or you may say quite wide vista with regard to different aspects of life. Nowadays, social sciences having took a different dimension from the previous one. Social sciences, normally we understand that there are different topics coming in the social sciences. For example, different subjects coming into different streams coming into the social sciences like history, sociology, public administration, public policy, and other also. Now, why we should study this kind of thing and why we should be thinking of rediscovering or reimagining the social sciences. See, the world which we have seen or our forefathers have seen is quite different from what we are at present witnessing. And what we will witness in the coming days, it will be quite different. Now, we are living in an unprecedented age of transformation. Here we are finding different interventions of science and technology. We are finding different branches which are emerging, and interdisciplinary approach is coming up into the field of social sciences. And all these, not only that this is enlightening the people, actually it is enriching the discipline. Artificial intelligence, as we are knowing, that it is reshaping the entire world at present. We are knowing that the climate change is also taking place. And obviously it has taken, the climate change is not a new phenomenon. It has developed, evolved much earlier. But the consciousness which has developed in the post-modern world is obviously a climax one. Now, we are finding that globalization is having its own dimension. And presently, globalization has changed its perspective in a different way. Now, we have to know that in this context, this four subject which I have mentioned, how it can be helpful in understanding the society. Presently, we are not merely gathering the information of science and technology. We are not gathering the information of society only. We are at present trying to understand the society in proper way. And for that, you have to be interdisciplinary. For that, you have to be very, involved in what is taking place and what are the factors which are reshaping the social sciences. So one thing, as I have said to you, that in the present world, a number of changes are taking place. I have already said that we are finding that globalization is a new perspective, artificial intelligence, the role of science and technology. Literature is also playing an important role. Understanding society and taking the nourishing the policies in accordance with that is another aspect. So now all these are making these subjects more vibrant and more, you may say, that inclusive. One thing we need to understand that social sciences, when we are talking about the social sciences, we need to understand that presently we are looking everything from the point of view or what you call careers. So I will just brief to you that what are the careers available in history, sociology, public administration, and social work. First of all, let me start from history. History is not a new subject from the time of Herodotus, who is known as the father of history. We are finding that history is having a broader aspect and broader involvement, broader intrusion in almost every field. We are finding that after reading the history or subject history, you can seek your career in civil services, the most important one, which is called a steel frame of this country as well as the entire world. There you can enter into, because most of the questions are coming from there. Thereafter, you can understand your society also, and finally, you can be having a greater role in what you call the social mobilization. Because without history, you cannot have a role of social mobilization. Similarly, when you are talking about the history, you are having a career in journalism, because the historical background, those who are having the historical background, they can have better understanding of the society. Similarly, when you are going into seeking your career in film and other industries, if you are having a good information of history, then you can be adjusted there very well. For example, if you are reading history and you are working in what you call the film industry, or working with the film industry, Bollywood or Hollywood, anything like that. So you can have a better understanding that what was the contemporary demand and what was going on by that time, because history is connecting, always a connecting theme. It is having a connection between the past and the present, historian and his subjects. So in that context, we need to understand history. History is another. Archaeology is an emerging branch, and at present, the most vibrant branch, museology, curator. All these are the vibrant fields in which history, apart from teaching and academics, research, and like that, you can have all these. Similarly, sociology is also understanding, because without understanding sociology, you cannot understand anything. So for that, you need to understand how the tribals are living, how the society is working, how the system in society is at work, how social revolutions is taking place, how the tribals and the subalterns in the society are living. If you are taking into account, then you will be like history. It is also having different type of aspect. For example, you can seek your career in what you call civil service, teaching, academics I am referring. Thereafter, you can have other things also. So all these, besides, as I have said to you, that so sociology is having different kind of, involvement. Similarly, when social changes, you are talking nowadays, we are talking about social changes, governance, institutions, cultures. All these, if you are having a better understanding of the society, you can have a greater role. You may have seen that in the parliament, in the legislative assemblies, what is going on. Those who are having a better understanding of society, qualification doesn't matter. Whatever the qualification we are having doesn't matter. Many times people, those who are having more involvement with the society, they are playing a vital role in what you call the social mobilization. And so sociology is having a similar career. In the public administration, similarly, as I have said to you, that public administration is another important branch of study. Here you can have your career in many areas. Civil services is one of the important things. Thereafter, you can have role in policy making. Then you can have a role in different type of, World Bank and other organization, IMF and other. Similarly, in planning commission, which is now as Niti Aayog in our country, there are many state as well as central institutions where those people, those who are having the, information and certificate and degrees in public administration, they are being adjusted because they understand the society more. And when you are having a combination of all these, what we have said, then you can have a better understanding of the society. And overall, the objective of reading all these subjects is that how you are going to adjust your career, how you are going to adjust your future, and how you are going to cope with the situation of different kind of things which is going on at present. So these are some fundamental issues, fundamental things which I have discussed with you. And apart from that, one more important thing which I would like to discuss with you is that when we are talking about the interdisciplinary approach, the interdisciplinary approach means when you are combining the different subjects, now we are having the trans and the multidisciplinary aspects also. So you are not restricting yourself towards or in one subject. You are trying to go ahead. You are trying to go ahead with many. And my dear friends, these are some basic issues: public health emergencies, gender justice, women empowerment, and gender justice is most important thing. As I have said to you, that Kerala at present is the most literate state of this country. But apart from that, one thing you need to understand, and only a social scientist can understand, that why Kerala, besides having the maximum literacy rate, it is having the maximum divorce rate also. So we need to understand, only a social scientist can understand, and he can put his input in what you call the overall policy making. So history, sociology, public administration, and public policy, these are the subjects which are having a vibrant role in what you call understanding society. Similarly, I would say that, see, nowadays we are studying new branches of study in history is environmental history. We are finding that different environmental factors are also responsible for what you call changes in the human civilizations. We have seen already that how Harappan and different civilizations of the world emerged and declined. Thereafter, we have seen that how migration has taken place. Migration is the biggest issue now nowadays. So all these, when you are industrialization, all these are having a broader when you are talking about industrialization, when you are talking about Marxism, when you are talking about capitalism, you need to understand that if you don't have the understanding of all these subjects, similarly, you can be a good orator also. You can seek your career in what you call motivator, or what you call a debater, or other areas of life, which are very important. So some of these aspects which I have discussed with you. Besides all that, see, communities which are at present, there are many communities. There are many people, those who are resisting the changes, because they are thinking that by this way, changes may affect their livelihood. The changes are basically responsible for the cultural changes. Actually, it is not so. So who will create the awareness? Obviously, when we are having a role of all these subjects, when we are reading all these subjects, then definitely we can understand that in this way, society can change. I'm just giving an example, very recent example. You have seen that during the COVID, migration has taken place. In many parts of the world where there was no understanding of the migration causes, how to settle the refugees, how to discuss their issues, how to resolve all these. So those countries which were familiar, for example, our country, India, was very much familiar with this kind of refugees. We have seen in 1947, when thousands and lakhs of refugees came across the border. We have settled them. That was the biggest issue of this country by that time. So we have settled them. Similarly, those experiences, if we are incorporating, if we are trying to understand the diseases which were very common by that time, communicable diseases, Black Death, you must have heard. So if you are knowing all these things, then you can understand, you can play a vital role in what you call the proper settlement of the society, proper understanding of the society, proper understanding the transformation, the factors which are responsible for the transformation. All these are very important. Now, see, as I have said to you, in social sciences, we study human behavior, governance, as I have said to you, the cultural transformation, public policy, and developmental process, how development is going on. So the another important thing, the social scientist at present in our age and in the coming age is not merely a scientist, social scientist. He is not merely a scholar. He is basically social engineer, and he is playing a greater role in what you call social engineering. In that way, you can say that he can be a better policy analyst, he can be a better data analyst, he can be a better development practitioner, he can be a better social entrepreneur, heritage consultant, as I have already referred, urban planner, a good administrator, human rights. It is another issue, because everything, whatever we are doing, whatever societies are doing, whatever the governments are doing, the spin-off effect, positive effect should reach to the people of this country or anywhere in the world. So if you are keeping in view all that, then definitely these are some important issues which we are reading in social sciences. Now I'm coming into the finalization of this one. See, one thing, repeatedly, as I have said, okay, by reading all these subjects, if you are thinking of from a point of view of what you call job, then these are the job fetching subjects. Especially thing is that we need to understand, we have to change sometime, we have to adjust. We need not to follow what you call fixed path. We have to go here and there. We have to look, we have to look that where we can see the newer aspect of what you call these subjects. As I have said to you repeatedly, okay, in heritage, for example, in our time when we were studying history, so we were just seeking our career in what you call academics. either in civil services or in academics. Nowadays, you are having a greater role. Museums, conservation projects, you know that every society is now at present is very much concerned about thinking, preserving its heritages. Every even in family, at family level, we are thinking of that how we can preserve our heritages. You are knowing that there are many values of our life, which is called the cultural values, are fast, dissolving or erosion is taking place. So how to preserve all those? There are many small festivals. There were many small singings, songs, dance, etc., which were having its own gatha, stories, narratives. Nowadays, all these. So when you are talking about the conservation of all these, who will conserve? Obviously, those who are having the information with regard to this one. As it is not required to say that every subject is required of sincerity. When you are reading with sincerity, when you are thinking of that this subject is a beautiful subject and this subject will pay you, definitely then you will involve yourself. And another important aspect of this one, see, if you go for a survey, that in the leading newspapers of this country, for example, Times of India, for example, Penguin India Limited, for example, different other Pioneer, Telegraph, etc. When you will study even the media, I mean, electronic media, I'm talking about the news channels. When you will study, have you heard of Nidhi Azdan's name? Have you heard of different others' name? Who are these people? They are the people, those who have studied history, sociology, public administration, public policies. And thereafter, as they have understood all these, so they are now establishing their mark in this area. So journalism, editorial, documentary research, content writing, all these are the vital important thing in which the people, those who are studying all these, those students, those who are studying this, they are playing an important role. Another important is digital humanities. It is another important emerging branch. As I have said to you, that the quantification of everything is very important. And digital humanity, or the study of digital humanity, is basically responsible for quantifying the human approaches of life, human values of life. So we are looking into all these kind of things. It will be a repetition if I will say that in history we are finding that how environment is changing and how it was responsible for. Obviously, all these are, when you are studying all these, you will find that history, sociology is very much responsible. Now, I'm giving another important example which just came into my mind. Think of Harappan civilization. One part is that it was the environmental factor which were responsible for the emergence of civilization. Thereafter, the decline has also taken. Thereafter, the dispersal is also environmental factor. Now, another important aspect is that what was the habitational level? What was the technology which they have used? How they have planned their city administration? Who were responsible for running the city life? All these are involving all these factors. So now we have to move to another important thing. Critical thinking. Critical thinking is one of the most important things. Nowadays, that is not only the thing that when you are studying something and you are just putting it into pages of your notebook. Now, we are thinking of a historian or a student. He needs to develop the critical thinking. And there are many aspects. Critical thinking, which is not very much easy and which is not a layman's job. So here you have to go for analytical study. You have to go for deep introspection. You have to be reflective one. And in this way, you can study all these. Besides all that, the different subject which I have mentioned is having a good role in what you call the NGOs. So social research. There are many organizations in the country. Apart from this country, there are global level. For example, I have said already, UNESCO is there, UNICEF is there. Thereafter, Aga Khan Foundation is there. Thereafter, in our country, there are you must have heard the Aga Khan Foundation, which is also running in the country. So all these are the important and the vibrant areas where we can have. Now, classroom, as we are all knowing, that classroom study, which was a type of, or which is a type of what you call the traditional system of education. Even when you will compare the previous time, when you will take into the account of Nalanda, Takshila, and Udantpuri, you will find that people were coming from different wide areas. For example, Fayan, Huensang in 10th century, a number of people from different other parts of the world. They came to study, not in a traditional way. They came for a very, different, with a different perspective, and they developed the vision. They evolved the vision. And this vision made them quite, even today we are, and their moments spent in this country, spent in those institutions, became momentous. So we need to understand the, now coming to the social work, because that is also coming into, that is allied with what you call sociology. Social work, we are knowing that how to work in the society in a layman's language, if I will say. I have to say that social work is a complete involvement, deep involvement with the society. Empathetical work. I'm telling you one important thing, that there are innumerable examples in this country. For example, Arvind Das. For example, Jean Teresi. For example, there are many people like Mother Teresa. There are other people, those who are working, India's, I'm forgetting at present, but the name I'm not, one who got the award, Nobel Prize with what you call Yusufzai Malala. All these were the social workers. You must have heard the name of Baba Amche. You must have heard the movement of Narmada Bachao Andolan. There are many organizations which are working in Africa, like the Tennessee organization. There are many organizations, for example, the African organization working under the African Union. So all these are working rehabilitation. There are many factors which are responsible for affecting the human civilizations. So when you are seeking your career in these type of organizations, obviously hospitality is one of the thing. Internal agencies, as I have said already, research units are another important example. Developmental organizations, there are many organizations which are working in the field of developments and government welfare. See, at present, in every section, as I have said to you in the very beginning, that whatever the governments are doing, the objective, even when you will read the Constitution of India, you will find that the welfare is the primary objective of this preamble, of this Constitution, of our Constitution. Not only of our, when we will say that the global, when we will take into account the global Constitution or the Constitution of the world in different countries, we will find that the social welfare or the human welfare is the primary objective of this one. I recall one of the line of what you call UNO Charter, which starts with it is keeping the entire humanity with one poetry of one important poet of Iran of 10th century, that was Bani Adam Azai Ekdigran. It says that the entire humanity across the borders, across the continent, is the son and the daughter, or are the son and the daughter of one Adam. So it means that it is connecting humanity. So when you are studying the public administration and the governance, you need to understand that how public administration and governance is responsible for what you call effective policy implementation. Policy implementation is very policy making and policy implementation. You are knowing the process, that how the policies, how the acts are coming into existence. Discussion is going on, several rounds of discussion. You must be aware of that our Constitution has been discussed several times, around 2 years and 18 days it took in just the interpretation and reinterpretation. So after that, something came, and that is the important thing. So policy, and thereafter it comes on the implementation level. Digital governance, you are knowing that there are many schemes in this country. For example, through Aadhaar, through PAN card, through different other schemes, student schemes, pension schemes, farmers scheme. All these are the called digital form of governance. And it is not only making the task convenient, it is making the system transparent. Red tapeism has been minimized over the years. And these are the basic issues we are knowing. Smart cities, another concept of smart cities. Smart cities doesn't mean that you are talking about what you call the ideal state or the utopia. We are just talking about that a city where all the amenities which is required for mankind, essential requirement, clean city, good environment, good houses, right? Other amenities like park for old age people, schools, all these needed to be established. So smart cities are basically the concept. We will say, okay, here the career opportunities again is the same. Civil services, policy research, governance, all these are some important aspects. Now, public health, obviously. This I have already said to you that so compassion with the professional expertise is very much required. Human face is very important. Human face means values of human. So these are some important aspects of what you call. Now, another thing which I would like to discuss with you, that what are the future of? If you are going with one subject, then definitely there is no future. So you need to be, therefore, you are knowing that a different type of thing is going on at present throughout the world. Churning is taking place. Here we are talking into the interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary. We are taking into account the computer, environmental scientist, economist, data scientist, urban planners, public health expert. So all these are some important and vital examples. Then when you are studying or seeking your career, it can be helpful. Digital humanities, as I have said to you, when you are mixing technology with people, trying to, in a layman word, you can understand in this way that when you are trying to understand the society and trying to bring the changes in the society on the basis of what you call technology or interventions of technology, in time intervention of the technology, effective technology. I recall one of the line of APJ Abul Kalam which he has written in The Wings of Fire, when he is known as the father of design. So when he has said that whatever he was visiting one of the college in Bihar, and there he has said to the student, okay, there was one technology which was invented by that time from the ashes of what you call missile, and that was known as the floor reactive orthosis, FRO. So now what is happening, that FRO before that, by that time it was thrown. Now APJ Abul Kalam has developed a technology through which the FRO was being used for what you call making of the limbs. That has become cheaper, that has become lighter. For those people, you are knowing that in our country, a number of people are, handicapped. There are different type of handicap. So in the absence of limbs, the FRO played an important. So my understanding and what I am trying to bring to you is that when technology is coming to the field, from laboratory to field, then it becomes what you call the human, that it is responsible for making a human face. Then it is responsible for a transformation in the society. For the Green Revolution is the biggest example of that. When Indian Agriculture Department under Swaminathan and the USAID, United States Agriculture Department, entered into a mutual agreement. And on the basis of that, Green Revolution was started in this Punjab, Western Uttar Pradesh and Haryana, obviously. So you know that what happened from what you call dependent country in terms of food grain. So optimization of our resources is one of the important aspects of all these study. Sociology, you cannot have the social motivational role and or any social role if you are not actually knowing the number. And all these digital informations are providing providing important. As I have said to you, the policy making and like that, when you are reading the policy making, public policy, which has been recently started in our university, BSc Public Policy and MSc Public Policy. So you know that why we are reading this one. Public policy is a very vibrant and emerging field. Through this, we are developing think tanks, policy centers. And obviously, when you are developing all these, it will be responsible for what you call a global conglomeration, a global understanding. When you are doing something, and when the world is doing it, because we are living in a truly what you call the Vasudev Kutumbakam, the world is whole family, like a family. So in this period, what is happening? That when you are reading all that, you are trying to incorporate everything. So see, there are some limitations of artificial intelligence or what you call technology. We cannot understand it in a proper way. Human emotions. How much I have for someone love and affection, obviously technology cannot understand. But obviously through the repetition of words in that, we can understand that it is the response. I mean, for example, I'm giving, for example, one example. In Rig Veda, I'm giving the example of Rig Veda. There are 33 times when the gods have been mentioned, a particular god. It means when you are trying to bring that how much digitalization, how you are trying to quantify, it means that that god was very important in that period. That is called. So this is the thing, not cultural complexities. We are knowing that in our country, that is beauty actually. We are having a mad mixture of culture. We are knowing that we are just like a crucible where different cultures are existing together. And this diversity is basically responsible for evolving a kind of glory for us. So ethical aspects nowadays in UPSC and almost everything. In our days, there was no such kind of subject in what you call the school and the colleges. I have not read. But after that, a moral education came when the students were taught of the moral education. Now, in almost every services, especially in civil services, because I have taught in KSGN, I'm knowing that ethics is one of the most important paper. And when we are teaching, when we are giving the information to different students or different aspirants of civil services, we are also giving the ethical informations. What should be the ethics? Merely getting or amassing the wealth or merely getting the degrees and the certificate cannot be an example of that you are going to prove yourself ethical one. So ethics, how to live in the society, whatever our moral responsibilities are, how we can give the society. If we are taking something from the society, is there any responsibility also lying on us? So the subjects which we are trying to read is basically a manifestation of all that we need to have this kind of thing. Now, as I have said, 21st century is age of technology. Obviously, technology is very important. So what we have to do? Either we have to, should we allow ourselves to be fully involved in what you call technology? Or we should re-Christian the technology in terms of human values. So when you are talking about the technology, actually see, it is obviously making it very easier. Technology has played a vital role in what you call in almost every aspect of life. It has not only what you call, as I have given just example, it has not only speedier and faster. It was also responsible for bringing transformation and in-time implementation of the policies. You imagine that there was a situation when people, those who were dying in earthquakes and the famines and other things, flood, there was hardly any control on that. Today we are having the warning system. Today we are reaching to them in few hours. Avalanche is another important. So these are some important aspects of. So I have already given the example of all these. These are some important things which I have discussed with you. Once again, I regret that due to some technical glitch, I was unable to put my proper presentation in a very, but again, this is an example of that when you are fully dependent on technology, you need to have something different. You have to prepare yourself in accordance with the situation. And that is the biggest example of that. So with these words, I'm concluding. Thank you. If questions are there, then please.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tabish Hashmi. It was a wonderful session. So now I would request to admission nominee, Ms. Kiranjeet Kaur, to be on the screen. Over to you, Ms. Kiranjeet Kaur.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Tabish. You have explained very well. Now, to my friends, I would like to tell you something about the university. So I'm sharing my screen. Ma'am, hope my screen is visible.
Yes, the screen is visible. You can continue.
Okay, fine. Thank you, ma'am, for the confirmation. So good morning, friends. As you know that we belong to lovely professional university, which is established in Jalandhar, Punjab. Talking about the university, we are largest private university established in 2005, and we have 200 plus programs across 40 plus disciplines. So you can study a multiple disciplines also here. We are the home of 30,000 plus students from different 50, or you can say a 50 plus countries. Basically, LPU is a hub for academic excellence, industry partnership, and global exposure. Talking about our ranking, we got NAC A++ with the 3.68 score on the scale of 4. We are among all number 1 at in private universities in India. Talking about some approvals, we got different kind of approvals from the regular body. So I would like to tell you some detail about the approvals. Like if I talk about our distance education programs as well, those are approved by Distance Education Bureau, National Grant Commission. Talking about some law programs like LLB 3-year and 5-year program, it is approved by Bar Council of India. Talking about our education program, which is again a very important and highly demanding program in the present scenario. Education programs are approved by National Council of Teacher Education. So approvals and accreditations are available on the website also. You can check from there as well. So talking about our NIRF ranking, like we got 27 among all government and private universities in India. In terms of pharmacy, we are at 16. Law, it's 19. In agriculture and allied sector, 22. And here in the terms of engineering, we are at 50. So you can see on different departments, we got different ranking. According to the Times Higher Education, LPU ranked 99 in the world and 6th in India, including all government, even IITs or NIC private institutes. So definitely this comes with so much hard work. Talking about the membership, we are in touch up with some universities like Association of Indian University, Universities of the Institutes of Engineering, and International Association of Universities. Then talking about most important part, that is campus, or you can say residential facilities. We have modern infrastructure for classes also. Smart classroom, we have library facility for the student till midnight, advanced labs, research center we have, recreational and sports services for the students we have, like sports complex, swimming pool, gym facility, career counseling, international student sports services is also available with us. You can see the glimpse of LPU University sports activity. So here it is like in our university, we have swimming pool, badminton, or whatever you want to play. Even after your classes, you can continue with that as well. This is some idea about our hostel facilities. Like we have very good apartment styling, in-house laundry facility we have, and that is at very minimum charges. Mass facility, gym facility is also available for the student. We also support our student in terms of you can say research and innovation. So basically we have 26,500 plus publications with us, and obviously 950 65 plus funded project. Even we help our student, if you have very good project, you can discuss with your authorities, and in that case, if it is proof, then you will get the amount also for your projects. So talking about placement, obviously this is very important part for us. If you pursue any degree, definitely your next step is to get the good job. So if I talk about one of our student, 1 crore package from BTech Robotic and Automation from the batch 2021 to 25. Here are some other success stories also, like 1 crore, 64 lakhs, Hare Krishna. So these are the packages of our university. And again, a journey of passion and innovation and success. You can see he's a student at the package of 2.5 crore. And right now he is working as senior principal AI and robotic engineering. This is our about the placement of the university. This is again exciting placement highlights about the university. And like in our university, we have students from 50 plus countries. So that means there are number of culture under one shadow. So these like this is a festival we every year celebrate in our university, annual fest One India. So here students exchange their music, dance, fashion, and many more things. So you will get the chance to learn about different cultures as well. So this is our visitors at LPU, Mr. Tony, former Prime Minister of Australia, Shri Narendra Modi ji, and Ms. Dhoni. They come for the students to guide them for more good and brighter future. And time to time, we conduct seminar, workshop, and conference for our students, like industry experts visit us, skill development programs we run for our students, research conference, collaboration with different universities. In even in the history or political science field, also we have a guest lecture time to time. So this is again a very great initiative by our university about study grant. You may have heard about this, like if you write our LPNS examination and you get admission in IITs or NITs, then you will get a rupees 1 lakh as a study grant. So these details you can even see on the website as well. Talking about scholarship opportunity, LPU is full of, you can say about scholarships. We offer different kind of scholarship, like special scholarship for the board education topper. On the national level exams, we provide scholarships, sports, cultural, or financial aid, need-based scholarships also we have according to program. So special scholarship for the board toppers. 100% scholarship we are provide, and free 4-seater accommodation also available for the student. Same way we have Rakshak Saman and Shikshak Saman also. This is a glimpse of sports that our university is very good at sports also. You can just pursue your dream and your career also in this. These are some glimpses of achievement of our university. Here you can see that LPU receive first runner-up for the achievement of National Sports Award. So these are the activities which we conduct for our student day on the basis of daily, so that they can explore not only study but yes, extracurricular activities as well. Now I would like to tell you that in case you want to get us on website, you need to go on lpu.in. Here website, you can go on admissions. Here, like we have regular program after 12th, after graduation. So if I go for after graduation regular program, so here multiple disciplines are available, like engineering, management, law, pharma. So basically, if I tell you, show you the demo for history, so you can select the history, then you can go for MA history, then you can enter your details here, and here the detail of program is given. Even if you want to check the eligibility, passing bachelor degree is required. Eligibility is very simple for this program. Talking about the fee structure, it's 50,000 per semester. Here it is 50,000 per semester. And further, we provide scholarship on the basis of various parameters like 60, 50, 30, and 40% scholarship slabs are there. Examination fees is 5,000 per semester and uniform fees is 4,000. Now, most important dates. Basically, our third phase is started. So date will be extended and will be updated on soon on the website. And I just want to tell you about the LP in your town also. So basically, maybe you have joined us from various locations today, right? So we have office in Delhi, Assam, Himachal, Haryana, Kerala. Let's say you're from Jammu Kashmir. So you can meet here these two, like our team members, Mr. Sukhwinder, Mr. Akash, Bhavika ma'am. Their number, your address, and the office timing is available. So you can contact them. You can see the glimpse of our office as well. And apart from that, if you're we have some Carva offices also. You can click here and you can see that whichever city you belong, let's say Bihar. So in Bihar, you can see where our offices is there currently available. Let's say you're from Muzaffarpur. So these are our colleagues which are available there. You can contact them. These are their dates on which their dates are available. These are location and this is their contact number. So you can here contact us and you can pursue your admission process as soon as possible.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kiranjeet Kaur. As I can see, there's some questions from a participant. Can we take the questions now, Dr. Tabish and Ms. Kiran?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Dr. Tabish, I dropped one question. Can you please stop sharing your screen, Kiran ma'am? Dr. Tabish, I dropped one question in poll. Which area of social sciences interests you the most? The options were sociology, political science, economics, and psychology.
Once again, please repeat the question.
The question was, which area of social sciences interests you the most? And the options were sociology, political science, economics, and psychology. And most clicked three options, political science, economics, and psychology. Can you please discuss about this?
Sir, should I answer on this one?
Yes, please discuss about this.
Okay. See, one thing that you cannot restrict yourself with regard to only one or two subject, right? If you are, I'm again and again saying that these are the subjects which reflect the society and which works for the society overall. So if you are having a better understanding of any of the subject, it doesn't mean that you can alone with that subject will be responsible for bringing the changes, effective changes in the society. Therefore, I would suggest that history, obviously of history, I will suggest one thing. But besides history, sociology and social work is also very important. So please ask them to go ahead with this kind of what I have suggested. And further, if they are having any issue, then they can visit the department. The department will further enrich their information.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tabish. Someone is asking, what role do special sciences play in understanding changing societal and governance challenges?
Once again, please repeat.
Yeah. What role do special sciences play in understanding changing societal and governance challenges?
Again, I would say that if you are focusing on one subject, then you cannot understand the changes which is taking in the society. For example, the changes are not because of one factor. There are varied factors, there are myriad factors which are responsible for bringing the change in the society. For example, if you are talking about the historical factors, then only the historical factors are not responsible for bringing the changes. There are many other factors also. Economic factor also. There are environmental factor also. There are some geographical factors also. There are some political factors also. There are some other factors which are responsible for bringing transformation and changes in the society itself, or the societal habitation also. So you need to understand that what we are talking at present, that these subjects, what we have said, is having a role or greater role in what you call understanding the society and more understanding of the society, social transformation of the society, or the social transformation, or the changes or the catalysts which are bringing the changes in the society. If you are having the understanding of all these subjects, then definitely it will play. Obviously, history is very important because it's the foundation of all subjects. Thereafter, the other subjects also come. So society is also coming after. Therefore, in ancient times, when you will study, Herodotus himself was a social scientist. He was a historian, he was a geographer, he was having everything. So when you want to be an effective one, and when you are really trying to put yourself in a position where it can be considered as a catalyst to changes, then definitely you need to understand that all these subjects are having greater role. Obviously, there are some greater roles, some lesser roles, some intermediaries role, but the subjects or the information of the subjects which I am discussing here at present and we are discussing for last 1 hour, I think that all are having its own significance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tabish Hashmi. And I hope all the participants got the answers from our experts. So don't worry, students. If anyone have any question regarding the admission, they just write on us at admission@lpu.co.in. And you can do WhatsApp chat with us. Our WhatsApp number is 985256900. I'm repeating the number. It's 985256900. And once again, thanks to our experts, Dr. Tabish Hashmi and Ms. Kiranjit. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, under admissions, then LPU Edu-Webinars. So you will find the past and the upcoming webinars. And you can access this webinar, this session on YouTube also later. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my students, I will be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.